On this week's episode of Unfinished Business, it's a Millionaire Mastermind special. We have the former CEO of Gymshark, Steve Hewitt, who took the business from 5 million to 500 million, doing a keynote talk. Now, as I stand here, I'm reminiscing about all of the great Millionaire Mastermind speakers we've had over the years. From billionaires to 100 millionaires, famous celebrities and politicians, the whole concept of MM is to teach the blueprints of creating wealth. I'm going to go and get started. Enjoy the show, and remember, success leaves clues. My name's Joseph Valente, and this is episode 112 of Unfinished Business. How's it going, big dog? You alright?
Yeah, good. How are you?
How are you?
Yeah, good.
We've got Steve on first, and then we've got business, D.
yeah.
Ludlow, Business Master.
D. Ludlow is interesting as well.
Yeah, that'd be a good session to capture that. This is our Millionaire Mastermind suite here at Trade Mastermind HQ. We're going to have 100 plus businesses here today, and I'm going to be presenting from the stage. How are you? Good to see you. How's it going, champ? Morning, gents.
Morning, how you doing?
How's it going?
Yeah,
You
good,
well?
you?
How you doing, buddy? You okay?
Good.
Brilliant. Well done. Excellent.
And the admin started Monday.
No messing. How's it going, gents?
All right, Joe. How
Good
you
to
doing,
see
mate?
you. You keeping well? Yeah. How's it going? Thanks for coming down. Morning, Steve.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank
Thanks
you.
for having
How
us.
are you? No,
Yeah,
thanks
really
for
good.
coming down.
Just had this
Lovely
really
to meet
vibrant
you.
here, so I'm just changing my watch here.
Yeah, that's great. Let's
Vibrant.
come round this corner if you like. Have you had to ask for a tea or a coffee? Yeah, thank you very much. So,
It's really, when I walk in, it's really vibrant.
oh, good, great energy.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, so thanks for coming down. Have you come far?
About 2 hours. So I live
nice.
in Worcester. I'm originally from the northeast, but
Yeah.
I live in Worcestershire. So
Yeah.
2 hours literally door to door.
Oh, you're a star.
Yeah. No, it's been, it was nice.
I've been really looking forward to this interview. I've been watching a lot of your videos and trying to get into the mindset of the CEO. I'm trying to go to the next level as a CEO. So
How big's your business now?
So we started this business back in 2020. I spent my 20s building a plumbing and heating company, so operational, scaled it national.
On the tools, you were
On the
weren't
tools,
you?
yeah, at 22, yeah, and then we built it to a £1 million a month, 6,000 boiler installs a year. And then I had some challenges. I had to shut part of it down, sell part of it, and then I'd spent a lot of money on my personal development throughout my 20s because I was a plumber that had started a plumbing business. I didn't know anything about running a company, so I got a lot of mentoring. I wanted to get into the personal development sector, and then when I started Trade Mastermind, I realised that plumbers start plumbing businesses, electricians start electrical businesses, builders build houses, and most service business owners only start a business because they're good at the job and they never make this transition to actually learn about marketing, sales, and systems. So when we started this in my apartment in lockdown, and we are now on track for 30 million in sales this year.
So you're 6 years in?
6 years in, yeah. We've got about 80 members of staff now. Building out the senior leadership team is one of my main priorities.
Oh, to do that, right?
Yeah, definitely. So, I'm looking forward to picking your brains on that stuff. It's a
Always
whole new game.
Always employ people who are better than you.
Yeah, that's the
what we
play.
found, yeah.
Okay, so we're about to head downstairs and get this show on the road. I've got Steve Hewitt here. I had a quick catch up with him, and he seems like he's got a great personality, really good energy, and I'm excited to learn from him. I'm strategic with the people that I book onto these events because I want to learn from them first and foremost, and what's good for me is good for our customers. So I'm seeing this as a one-to-one mentoring session as well as lots of value add to the audience. Let's get started. Ready to smash it? Yeah. Let's go. Morning, guys. I want to make sure that you guys come to this session and you're ready to think big. Now, many of you are on the academy with us and you're learning the practicalities, the foundations of building and scaling companies, but wealth creation is a whole different ballgame. And for me, it 100% starts with the mindset. Do you believe that you deserve to get rich?
Oh, yes.
Yeah? Do you believe that you deserve to get rich? Because If you don't, and you're thinking that you're only going to make 100 grand a year or 500 grand a year, you're never going to make more than that. So we want to get you thinking bigger. We want to get you seeing people that are just normal, down-to-earth entrepreneurs that have achieved great things so that you can follow in their footsteps. And as we say at Trade Mastermind, Millionaire Mastermind and Valente Consulting, success leaves clues. Now, there's one more little thing that I want to try today, and this is a new one, and I read it in a book by a guy called T. Harv Eker, and it's called The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And he said he spent years building businesses, and for some reason he could never break through. He did the hard work, he showed up for 14 hours a day, and he went to a seminar and realized that actually his wealth blueprint was all screwed up. Came from a working class family, didn't come from money, and so he didn't believe that he was worthy of getting rich. And one of the techniques that he was taught was putting two hands on top of your head, saying, I'm a millionaire. So let's do it. And I want you to say, I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I want you to say, I'm a billionaire. I'm a billionaire. I want you to say, I'm a trillionaire. I'm a trillionaire. And the more that you do this, and the more that you speak it into a reality, in my personal opinion, the more it becomes the truth. Get over that imposter syndrome. Start valuing your self-worth and your net worth, and start to believe that this wealth creation play is possible for you. And remember, creating wealth and scaling companies are two different things. If you can build a business well, hopefully it leads to creating wealth, but this is a whole new skill set that we want you to master. Without further ado, I am going to be bringing on in a few short moments the first keynote speaker that we have here for you today. This gentleman is an incredible entrepreneur, one of the best in the world. And he joined Gymshark as the CEO when they were doing 5 million. And within 5 years, they took it to 500 million. They achieved unicorn status, and the business was valued at around 1.5 billion. So put your hands together, give a big cheer for Mr. Steve Hewitt! Woo! Here he is. How are you, my man?
Very good.
Good to see you. Let's have a seat.
Thank you. Wow, the energy in here. He is chaos, isn't he? Worked my way up from like national account management status all the way through to the commercial board at Reebok and Adidas, the two big global sports brand. Adidas is 25 billion euro business now. So did that for about 6, 7, 8, 9 years. And then we had our little daughter Madison, and I was doing about 400,000 air miles a year. Anybody who tells you work travel is glamorous is absolutely lying. I just spent way too many hours on a plane. I came out of that big corporate world and I started consulting. I hate the word consulting because it's a bit of a dirty word, isn't it? It's, advisory, mentorship, call it what you want. I was doing a bit of work with a couple of different brands, and I met two young lads based out of Bromsgrove. I now live in Worcestershire, where Bromsgrove's based. And I met two young lads, Ben Francis and Lewis Morgan. They were two co-founders. They started their little dream of Gymshark when they were 15 years old. No silver spoon. They didn't go to private school. No money from mum and dad. Like, just great, right? I met them back in 2013 when the business was 7 people. So that was Ben's younger brother, Joe. He was employee number 1 at Gymshark, still at Gymshark today. There was Lewis's 2 sisters, and then a couple of high school mates. So the average age at Gymshark when I first got involved was about 19 and a half years old. So I took up that average age just a little bit. I got a call from a guy actually in the local gym who said, listen, there's two young lads, I think they're onto something. The business is doing 4 or 5 million quid at this point, but they don't know what they don't know, and they don't know how to build a brand. They don't know how to build a business. Who does it 19 years old, right? So that's where the first intro came. It was through a phone call of a mutual friend in the local gym who said, there's 2 young lads with a little bit of a dream, can you go and help them? And that was it, really. You'll find that the same core ingredients that builds a great business or a great brand actually are fairly similar, irrelevant of sector. So whether it's the construction sector, whether it's the accountancy sector, whether it's a consumer goods brand, makes no difference. So the ingredients are pretty much the same, actually.
So did you start with them as a consultant?
I did. I was doing, I did a day a week, which quickly became 2 days a week. And then after 6 months, the 2 lads basically said, listen, we're making it up. You've obviously come from a background where you know how to build a brand, how to build a business. So can you become the CEO?
And just for context, what was the turnover at that point?
The business had gone from £500,000 in its first year to 4.2 million its second, 4.2 to 8.7. So you're in between this 4.2 and 8.7 level. When we launched Black Friday 2015, we had hundreds of thousands of people land on our site at the same time. And if I was to fast forward Gymshark, when I was in my last year of CEO, Black Friday for Gymshark, probably in a 5-day period, would drive £100 million worth of sales in 5 days. So to give you an idea of the scale and how fast you can grow. So
let's give Steve a round of applause for that number. Incredible.
Listen, I can't take any credit for that. I'm sure we'll talk about the role of being a good CEO or a good, you don't have to be even a CEO, you're just a good leader in a bit. But yeah, so we had hundreds of thousands of people landing on the site, and at that point, I knew, in the best way I can describe it, we were sort of building this new era of brand. One thing that it was unique with was the understanding, and I think you guys are doing it here, right? The understanding of the power of building a community. And when you build a community, you build something really special. So it's a bit like running a marathon, right? If your marathon, your PB is 4 hours, or you're going for 4 hours, effectively that's your 36 months. You don't wait until you get to mile 20 to work out whether you're going to hit your 4 hours. You know after your first 5K whether you're on for 4 hours or not. So and if I'm short, am I going to put on a different pair of trainers to run a bit faster? Or do I accept that I'm going to miss my PB? And if I'm ahead, does that mean I'm going to take it easy for a couple of kilometers? Or does that mean I'm actually going to take advantage and I'm going to keep my foot actually on the gas pedal even more? You need that mindset of sort of building a bit of a future business with people in mind, but also making sure that the numbers work in the short term. So we didn't actually have a C-suite team probably until around businesses started in 2012. We didn't have a formal senior leadership team probably until about 5 years in. We're now a £43 million business, by the way, at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and again, it's about bringing in the right people at the right level at the right time.
So that's one of our big event rooms, and that can hold like 200 people. This is another training room currently converted into catering when we do it on site here. This will have about 50, 60 Academy members in. This is getting converted to podcast studios, currently temp bar, and then there's another event suite over there. One more training suite around here. So there's a little mini event going on, but that can have another 50 or 60 businesses on. So we moved over here in January, and then this will allow us to double our output in terms of discovery days. That's how we do a lot of our sales.
It's a great site, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really, really nice.
Great
Lucky to move over.
Love the energy here.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, the energy is really good.
Thanks for coming down. And
I will say, if somebody can take away one thing, then great.
yeah, it's massive, thank you. Would you do consultancy or advisory for our size business? Does your training business work and help for that?
100%. Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
So I'm at that stage now where I need the next level of guidance and advice to go to the next level.
Absolutely, no problem.
Great. Sadie's got your number and contact details. So would you just reach out via email?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Or phone or WhatsApp?
She's got my number.
Okay.
Just give me a buzz.
All right, you're a legend. Thank you.
Wonderful. One more photograph?
Yeah. Beautiful. Enjoy your wedding. Thanks so
much.
much.
Wedding down to Chipping near Bath. So
oh, nice. Long ride.
4 hours from here, but that's good. Yeah, it is a beautiful area, right?
Beautiful. I'll be in touch. Take care. Thank you. How's it going, boys? Have we got a good day planned?
Well, that's the plan.
Have we got a good day? Have we got a good day guaranteed?
No.
Why not? Find a way. Cash in the bank today. So we had Steve Hewitt attend Millionaire Mastermind today, and I interviewed him for almost 2 hours where he shared so much wisdom around how to be a great CEO, business leader, and ultimately how to scale companies fast. He took Gymshark from 5 to 500 million in just under 5 years, which is insane growth. And, that's a guy that I want to learn from, spend time with, and, he delivered a lot of great value for our customers. I've been trying to link up with him for a couple of years, and finally it's happened, and I think we built some good rapport and got on quite well. So I'm going to reach out to him next week and hopefully get to spend a bit more time with him on a one-to-one level and maybe get some of his advice on how we can scale up our businesses. You know that's what these are for, don't you?
I said we should get somebody to get a
That's what you got to do.
Last time I eat it.
It's a tomahawk. I'm just going to eat the tray.
Yeah, just go for it.
I'm going to eat the bone. I like the bit around the P&L. I mean, we need to do a lot more work on that. They fucking put mint sauce on this. I fucking love mint sauce. This is way better than last time. Okay, so we're going to go meet our second speaker of the day. It's Steve Ludlow. He's flown in from Dubai, which I'm really grateful for. And he's going to be delivering a session on business acquisitions. That's his speciality. I met Dee back in lockdown when we did a podcast like 5 years ago. And I've been watching what he's doing online, and it's great to have him here. So let's go say hello. This is the first time I've met him. How's it going, big dog?
Yeah,
good to see you, my man. You well? How you doing, champ? Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Oh, it's been a few years since we last spoke, dude.
It has, mate. It has.
Yeah, I think it was August 2020. Did you catch much today?
Or a speaker. You know,
Yeah.
I think that especially like that CEO mindset,
Yeah.
such a huge organisation. I think it was really interesting the way he thinks about culture and stuff. I thought I took a lot from it. It was good.
And so you're specialising in business acquisitions now. I've been watching you for a couple of years since I said, like, do you want to come and do one of these? Yeah. And so did you buy some business? Have you do you buy businesses? Do you train to buy businesses? Do you do both?
Oh yeah, both. Yeah. So yeah, we've got a decent sized portfolio now. I don't like to call it private equity because people look at it as slightly different, but it's kind of like a small private equity firm. Yeah.
You know, where my head is going with this whole thing now, you got the education business, that brings in the deal pool, and it's also the spark to get the businesses thinking about growth. Yeah, so getting their mindset right, getting their skill set right. Then I launched something similar to what Cardone Ventures had, which is called Trade Group Services. And it's a one-stop shop for trade and construction and all businesses now to get access to the services they need to scale for one fixed monthly price. So we have a website, digital marketing, recruitment, CRM, design, accountancy services. So we built this couple of £1 million. It's currently got about 25 employees, and we're delivering all of the recruitment, their websites. So they come in with the education. Then usually what, you know, these small businesses struggle to do is buy independent services because they're a premium, aren't they? It could be 10 grand for a recruitment placement. And for 1, 3 or 5 grand a month, they can basically get access into this integrated services. So we're trying to get them in our CRM, get their ads management, get their accounts to become really sticky, and then either take equity in exchange for services and do the roll up, because he's rolling up HVAC in the US. You know, I was there in January and I did their 10x 360 program. You know, their whole play is about using the kind of events, essentially the education as the deal source, get the integrated services in to find a way to, you know, reduce cost, improve that EBITDA, and then roll them all up to the next player. The bit that I don't have any understanding of, which I'm very, very, you know, keen to learn, is about acquisitions. Personally, I want to move into that myself now anyway, because I've been doing direct sales for so long. But I also think there's kind of two things. In the Valente consulting group, construction business is a solid industry. The gross margins aren't that great, and neither of the net, but they're solid, they're consistent. I think with AI coming in, there's going to be a lot more people moving to that sector. It's going to get a lot more lucrative. But where I'm really excited is the Valente consulting piece, which is all businesses coming in. Some of them 60, 70, 80% gross margins, 20, 30% net profits. We've got everybody in there, from manufacturing to fitness to estate agency to recruitment. And it's great because the education is basically cookie cutter of what we've done in trade. I do think, like, from a deal sourcing point, like how do we buy those businesses and work with those and roll up, there's a great opportunity there. And then there's like the whole integrated services piece. So, you know, beyond this, I'd be keen to explore with you, you know, how we could maybe work together on getting in some of these businesses, doing a shared equity model, you know, integrating the services, or deal sourcing for them and providing the deals back in for a fee. You know, your training integrated in there as well. So there's a whole ecosystem being built.
For you, I think it's a no-brainer for the next
Yeah.
step for you. You've got distribution now, so
Yeah.
you've got a lot of influx of businesses that are coming in. There's definitely a massive opportunity to handpick the ones that fit the model, that has synergy.
Yeah.
And then
And have we met before?
So we have Ross Tester.
Yeah.
I cut your hair at Jagged Edge in.
Of course it is. There you are.
I said I won't say nothing to him, but I do.
Yeah. Oh, you're a legend. I was like, mate, I fucking know that dude. And when you came in, I was like, you know, it's like, you meet so many people over the years. And I was thinking,
I weren't going to be that idiot. Go, do you remember me?
Yeah. Are you still got that business?
No, I haven't, to be fair. We got to, I think, about 16 locations,
Yeah.
a couple of million rev, which at 15
Yeah.
quid haircut was a lot.
Yeah,
64
amazing.
barbers, and then COVID just obliterated us.
Oh, nice. Sorry to
Yeah,
hear that,
so
yeah.
it is what it is. So I've got the short straw, mate. I'm still in the
Yeah.
UK. He's in Dubai.
Oh, do you work together?
So,
Yeah, he runs
partners
all the
now in
sales
Friday
team
on
and
the
all that.
consultancy side.
Oh,
so
nice.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
behind the scenes now, mate. He's the pretty face and
Yeah,
the brains
brilliant.
behind it all, and
Oh,
I just
great.
run the sales team and stuff like that.
One thing I'll say about this place, coming through the door,
Yeah.
Brilliant.
you built a fantastic culture.
Oh, good.
I think that the welcome, even the build up to this, I think that everyone seems to share the exact same vision. Built
Yeah.
something special, yeah.
I'll never forget when you're in that bar, when you were drinking a Red Bull and you go, I'm going to be a billionaire.
Yeah.
You'd hardly done anything. I think it was like just after the Apprentice, I think
Yeah.
it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't really know what I'm going to do, this, that and the other, and I thought, this guy's vision's mad.
Yeah.
Honestly, this guy's
I've got 970 million still to get. Did everybody enjoy lunch? Yeah. Beautiful tomahawks.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, good. Quite an eye-opener to see how many people didn't have a cash flow forecast in place. And I know as a small business owner, it's challenging to get one in, yeah, but you've all got accountants. So, you know, for me, one of the actions that I would take away is definitely push on them. If you haven't yet learned it in the academy, and I know what it's like, look, even when you do learn it, most of the stuff that we teach you, we don't expect you to go and own that job within your business, but you've got to learn what it is that you need to have, don't you? So going and getting a cash flow, just like me, if I went and learned how to do cash flow for the first time, there's no way I'd go and write my own spreadsheet, but I need to learn how to read the cash flow, what goes into the cash flow, and then I'm going to go and hire someone to make me a cash flow. And then I'm going to book a meeting in with them every single month to tell me what I need to look at to make sure it's right, especially as a growing business. I liked what he said about I always prioritize cash, and cash isn't the same as profit. In a growing business, cash is absolutely king. You don't want a business that doesn't make any profit and you're just good at trading on cash, because obviously you're never going to build a war chest into the future. But my style as an entrepreneur and CEO has definitely evolved over the years to focus first and foremost on that cash number. You know, and if any of you guys watch Unfinished Business, you'll see our first meeting 8 a.m. Yeah, SLT is cash collection. Is every department on track, and are they converting cash? Not sales, are they converting cash? Who in this room is looking to exit? Raise your hands at some point. Yeah, so you don't have to get that growth organically. You can get that growth by buying and bolting in businesses to your current ecosystem. Okay, cool. So without further ado, we're bringing up our next speaker. He is going to be delivering a masterclass on business acquisitions. He has flown in all the way from Dubai. And this gentleman is an extremely successful entrepreneur in buying, selling businesses, and teaching others how to do so. His name is D. Ludlow. He's from the 5D program. Let's give him a big round of applause. How's it going, D?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you, my friend.
Not all acquisition growth is good growth. You can create value and can destroy value. So it's important to follow a certain framework and method to ensure you are actually creating value, not destroying value. 5D program, we have about 900 people, completed over 200 million worth of acquisitions, buy side and sell side. And the 5DCP has two parts. Our HQs on the East Coast of the US. It's like an investment firm in Holdco, own companies in many different sectors. So anything from high margin to very, very low margin. And the other side is like M&A advisory, where we install a fractional M&A team into your business and do the M&A for you, so you can focus on still growing the business organically. Because in this day and age, especially with this disruption of AI and technology in general, you need active management, being active operationally, and having a blend of both organic and acquisition growth, and a lot of the times to stay relevant. So when you're looking at driving shareholder value, you need to do it regardless of whether you want to sell or whether you want to pass it down to a family member, okay? And ultimately, you want to try and get yourself out of the day-to-day. Whose business runs itself without them being in there? When you're looking at driving shareholder value, there's 5 ways, okay? There's predictability, decentralizing decision-making, growth engine, a moat, and cash generation. Now, I'm quite optimistic on a bit of a reversal on AI. I think that as soon as something becomes too buzzwordy, I think that there always is a reversal. Now, that's not going to slow it down. It is going to disrupt a lot of industries. But there's also a lot of opportunity. And those guys who are in trades industry, I think that you're probably sitting on one of the gold mines, especially what private equity are looking for. Trades businesses are getting software exit multiples at the moment. I know a HVAC company, it was probably around 2.2 million EBITDA, which is a big business, but it's not massive. That's all for 18 times earnings. So that private equity fund was willing to pay 18 years worth of earnings for one company, and we're seeing it more and more again. And this is going to happen in the UK. They're already looking in the UK. The difference in the UK is the mandates are slightly, you need to be at a certain level, but they are coming downstream. I've seen it myself. There's private equity creating sub funds. There's people branching off, and they're coming to lower to middle market companies. So there's a great opportunity to go through a roll up or a consolidation play, and you can go from pretty much from a £100,000 company to a £5 to £50 million company with that sort of enterprise value in 5 years if you get this right. I will be going through every step of it today. So when I say always be a buyer, it's because you, even being the buyer, can easily position yourself as the seller by selling the reason why they should sell to you. So an analogy I like to use with this is, imagine going to a used car dealership. You go up to the salesman, and let's say you've got a 10 grand budget and there's a 1 Series that you're looking for, and that's what you want to buy. You go up to the salesman and say, I like the 1 Series, it's a little bit pricey because it needs new tyres, it's got some niggles on the side, and there's marks on the seats. I'll tell you what, I'll give you 7 grand today, cash. I love it when people say that, okay? Who do you think is in control of the negotiation there? The person buying the car or the salesman? Okay, well, it's actually the salesman. And the reason why he's got the power of negotiation is because he can just say no. So if he says no, I think it's priced fairly, now the person buying the car needs to say, oh, okay, I'll give you 8. And they say, no, okay, I'll give you 9. And you just negotiate against yourself. Now imagine approaching the same car salesman and saying, I like the car, it's pretty much what I'm looking for, it's in my budget, it does have a few niggles, it could do with some new tyres, but it's pretty much what I'm looking for. I've got 3 others to see today. Let me take your business card. If I don't like the others, I'll come back and give you a call. Because that salesman would be crazy to let that person walk off the forecourt when they're a qualified buyer. That's exactly who they're looking for. So just by framing it slightly differently, it gives you power when it comes to negotiation. So you don't have to just always jump the gun. Positioning is key.
Guys, let's give Dee a big round of applause. Thank you, my man. Absolutely smashed it. Really appreciate it. Yeah, great job.
So I'm Dee Ludlow, founder of the 5D program, and we're here today at Joseph Valente's Millionaire Mastermind. So I think coming to these events, this one specifically, I think putting yourself in a room around like-minded individuals, really creating that sort of environment, growth-minded, I think there's wonders for entrepreneurs, because a lot of the time we get in our own way, we smother ourselves, and we're our own biggest enemy. It's been a great day. The room was packed full of people, some really good people in the room, loads of questions. I felt like everyone took the content in well. Also had a fantastic speaker before I went on the stage, and Steve. It was really good to get his whole mindset around being a CEO at such a high-level company. But I think in general, the things that Joe's covered today, things that Steve covered, I think it's been a good day. I would definitely recommend Millionaire Mastermind, and the reason why I would is because I don't think there's anything really like this in the UK. You see a lot of these masterminds at this sort of level in America. I think what Joe's created here is phenomenal, and I think more people should get involved.
My name's Laureen, and I am the owner of Level Up Executive Assistants.
What's been the number one benefit that you get out of attending Millionaire Mastermind?
Listening to the speakers, finding out where they've come from, how they've got to where they are, what they've achieved, little nuggets of information that I can take away with me to build on my own company.
And how does Millionaire Mastermind help shape your mindset?
It makes me think bigger, it makes me think richer. Instead of thinking small and starting off slowly, think of the bigger picture and then work out the route to get there. I don't think like a worker anymore, I think like a business owner.
Have you seen a revenue increase in your business since joining?
It does teach small businesses how to scale bigger, and I don't think you get that in normal everyday business courses. Come be part of the bigger picture. If you want to be a big deal in business, come and associate with people who are also like-minded and want the same thing. Come and join Joseph Valente's Millionaire Mastermind.
My name is James Saunders, my business is Onyx Developments. Basically a different view on where to put your money once you make it. Everything's always revolved around property, where to put your money into property, but the other one was sort of, what I learned from the last one was you got to buy businesses in the same sort of way. It gives me a great mindset, to be honest. Everything that I've learned here to implement into my business to make it grow and take things to the next level, basically. Since joining, there's been a big revenue increase. It's turning over probably between 150 to 200 grand a year. This month alone, I'm on for 160k. So hopefully I can squeeze that in by the end of the month to boost it up to probably about 200k, yeah. I'll definitely recommend Millionaire Mastermind, and just for the mindset. really, and to see what you can implement into your business.
Thinking big. I think we've got so many limiting beliefs. You only know what you know, and then when you're exposed to people that are just doing amazing things, it just opens up your mind. So Millionaire Mastermind, anything connected with Joe is network. People you surround yourself by. Yeah, it's just thinking big. That's what I got out of it.
It's getting that background support makes you motivated to go on and do things that you know you should be doing, and it's nice to come to somewhere like Trade Mastermind that tells you you're doing the right thing, but it makes you do it. It's all about being around other people that are doing stuff that you would like to do and knowing and seeing that it's actually possible to do it.
Everyone close your eyes, put your hands on your head, and I want you to think about what becoming a millionaire is gonna do for you. And there's something that, you know, I have always done for many, 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 many years, and that's affirmations. It's mixed in with affirmations, goal setting, and the law of attraction. This is my framework, by the way, and I use this consistently. So I'll lay in bed at night and I'll close my eyes, and the first thing that I will do with a goal is vision it. What does it look like in your mind? And try and imagine every single detail. Then you've got to speak it. So one of mine would be, I'm a billionaire, I'm a billionaire, I'm a billionaire, I'm a billionaire. And I'm gonna say it out loud, not just in your head. And when you speak it, now you start to feel it. You got to connect that vision and how you speak it, and that will create the energy. The feeling is really important to bring the vision to life. You got to feed the vision. You got to give the vision energy. And then finally, if you do the vision, if you speak it, and if you feel it, and this is the fundamental one, number 4, is you've got to believe it. That's another Millionaire Mastermind wrapped up. A great session with an incredible audience and some amazing speakers. I'm pumped. Did a nice Q&A at the end. And now they're all going to the bar. Look, we've even got a little bar in Trade Mastermind HQ. Let me show you. This is the magic, and then this is the bar. I just had a fucking idea. I'm gonna actually put a bar in here, a full-time bar. That's not a bad idea, actually. I think I might do that. Yeah, I think I will.